Shalom, shalom to the nation of Israel. Yahawashi. This is Officer Hamal
and Captain Zakar
of LOC Augusta, Georgia, of D. Latter Zion, under Minister Solomon and Priest Kahan of D. Latter Zion. Right? Now, today, we're going to be going to something very important. We're going to be talking about patience, right? Especially in the last days. Patience is very important. If you're doing the will of the Most High, you're keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, being consistent with it, then you know what's to come, right? And it's going to take a lot of patience, right? Because patience will naturally come with these things. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing every single day, you're going to understand why you need to have that patience, right? Because in these last days, things are going to get crazy, right? Things could get rough. A lot of people could be getting killed, locked up, right? But you have to continue to be patient, right? Just like Yahawashi is. Yahawashi is patient. The Most High is patient. We have to be patient also. We're supposed to be patient with ourselves and patient overall with our people. Right? So we're really going to get into that. We always start off with the book of Colossians chapter 3, verse 17. So whenever you're ready, King, you can get it.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of Hamashiach Yahawashi, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by Him.
Right. So whatever we're doing in words or deed, in our actions, whatever we're doing, whatever is coming out of our mouth, always consider Yahawashi. Right. Whenever you're giving thanks to the Most High, it's always through Yahawashi. If I'm talking to my brother, I don't want to, not to consider what I'm saying to him. If it's anything bad, if it's any hate on it, think about Yahawashi. Would he hate on my brother like this? Would Yahawashi have cussed my brother out like this? Right? Would Yahawashi have shot my brother like that? You have to consider your actions. Right? Think about Yahawashi whatever you do. And trust me, your life is going to be going perfectly fine. Whatever you're doing and everything you're doing, consider Yahawashi. Right? So whenever you're giving thanks, even when you're giving thanks to the Most High, it's through Yahawashi. Right? So you constantly, right, have to be thinking about Yahawashi constantly. Yahawashi is who people ignorantly call Jesus Christ today. Right? Look at him as an example. He's our leader. Right? So whatever you're doing in word or deed, you always do it in the name of Hamashiach Yahawashi, who people unknowingly call Jesus Christ today. Right? Always, in everything you're doing. All right, let's start off with the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 36. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 36.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10 and verse 36. For ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of the Most High, you might receive the promise.
Yeah, you might what?
Receive the promise.
Now hold down and get Revelation 14:12, right? You might receive the promise, right? It's talking for those who are patient, doing the will of the Most High, right? Read that.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 14 and verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Hamashiach Yahawashi.
Right. Those that are keeping the commandments of the Most High. We understand this. We understand we have to have that patience. Right? We have to be patient in the Most High. We have to be patient in Yahawashi. That's a spirit in us that's very important. Right? Because if you lose patience, then you're going to start going off. Right? You lose patience, you're going to start believing many different doctrines. You're going to start following different gods. Start believing different religions. Right? You could be keeping the commandments every single day, every single week. You go to Shabbat service. You're like, dang, this is getting old. Now you're losing patience. Now you're going to start keeping the commandments. Now you're going to start believing different doctrines. And then you're going to be going off completely. Right? Because you lost patience in the Most High. Right? Patience could take you a long way.
Patience, right? So like your patience is one of the fruits of the Spirit. So that's how you can also know if somebody has the fruits of the Spirit. Because one of the fruits of the Spirit is patience, is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, patience, goodness, gentleness, meekness, right? Temperance. If they don't have patience, they don't have the fruits of the Spirit like that. They have to work on themselves more. Right? But my bad, go ahead.
That fruit of the Spirit is also important, right? You living with the fruit of the Spirit, man, you should be good. Right? You consistently keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, following the steps of Yahawashi, you're gonna be Gucci. Right? So patient in the end times, a lot of us don't know this, but it's very important. It's very important. All right, now you can go back to the ones in Romans. Salakia in Hebrews 10 and 36.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 36.
Mm-hmm.
For ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of the Most High, you might receive the promise.
Right, so it's after you've done the will of the Most High, you have to receive the promise. That's telling you something. What's that telling you? That's telling you have to keep the you're supposed to have patience up till the end time. Right? So like read it one more time.
Verse 36. For we have verse 36. For ye have need of patience.
Mm-hmm. That after ye have need of patience, read.
That after ye have done the will of the Most High, you might receive the promise.
Right. So after you done the will of the Most High, which was we read in Revelation, you might receive the promise, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and having faith. Right, having faith in the Most High and having that patience.
We can read down on that too.
Verse
37. For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come, and will not tarry.
Right, man. Hey, they could come in a little while. They could come any second. Right. What if you lose patience 2 minutes before your house shall return? You're like, you know what? Forget this, man. He never coming. Right? You lose patience. You're like, forget the commandments. Forget the Most High, right? And your house shall come. You see the sky cracking now. Now you hear the trumpets. Now you see the angels covering the sky. You're like, dang. Like, what did that happen to you? Right? Imagine how bad you would look and how terrible that would be in your end. That would be terrible. Right? Your house shall return you 2 minutes after you lost patience. You're like, you know what? I'm starting to not believe in Yahawashi. I'm starting not to believe in the Most High because they telling me we got to keep the commandments. We are keeping it and nothing happening.
Things aren't going my way, so guess what? I might as well just hit the highway.
You can take these fringes off, man. This is a lie. This is a lie, man. I don't got time for this. This is a waste of my time.
Imagine spending 5 years in the truth. 5 years. That's a lot of time. Right? Of course, it's a small time to anybody in the truth, but it's still a lot of time in general. Right? In that time, you can gather a lot of information. You could have changed a lot about yourself. Imagine changing yourself so much. Then at the very last second, now you're going into another doctrine or another religion. You're like, man, forget it, man. Mm-hmm. You just spent all that time. You just wasted all that time now for what?
Right.
You weren't patient. You didn't keep any patience. You didn't have no temperance. You didn't even want to endure. It says, he that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. If you're not enduring, you're not going to be delivered. That goes hand in hand with patience. You have to be able to endure hardships, endure the trials and tribulations that we go through as an Israelite, man and woman. Why? Because we already know it's going to be a lot of stuff going on in these last days. We're going to have to go through a lot of things. And with that being said, we should be enduring and being ready to go through those things. Because the Most High, if the Most High is dealing with you, you're going to go through a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have hardships. You're going to have trials and tribulations. You have to have faith in the Most High and Hamashiach Yahawashi that you will be delivered out of these troubles, out of these heartaches and pains. And it goes with patience. All right, go ahead.
So yeah, going back on patience, right? So it's something you have to keep up to the end time. The Most High is not afraid to test your patience.
That's right.
Your patience could be tested any second, any time, any day. It could be anything. You could be in the low stage of life, and that's probably your patience being tested by the Most High. And now you're going through depression. You're like, dang, now you're starting to lose faith. Now you're starting to lose patience. And you're like, you know what? I'm depressed. The Most High is not with me. Why am I going through this? You have to be patient. He probably has a big old outcome at the end of the day for you. The Most High could have a big old gift waiting for you at the end, right? But he's testing your spirit. He's testing your patience, seeing if you'll be patient enough to wait.
Like you. An example is look at Job.
Job was a perfect example.
He didn't even curse the Most High. He didn't even turn his back on the Most High. He simply said, he stripped out all his hair and everything, rent his clothes. This man was he was done bad. When you look at him, he was different from how he was before, right? And the Most High blessed him tenfold because he never cursed the name of the Most High. He never switched up on the Most High. You know, the Most High is the one that has all power, and he still put his trust and faith in the Most High.
Right.
Go ahead.
That's how you know who the Most High is. You have that faith in him. All right, let me get the book of Ecclesiastes. Barak, chapter 4, verse 28. Right, because patience, man. Patience, I always say this, right? Patience is key to everything. To everything. Whether it could be towards your parents, towards your people, towards your animal, towards anything. Patience is key. Right? Read.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 28. Strive for the truth unto death.
Strive what?
Strive for the truth unto death.
You have to strive for the truth unto death. Unto death. You have to strive for that truth. Right? That truth is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
And that involves a lot of patience. If it's going up until death, that means you have to be doing it from the day you're born to the day you die. You should be keeping the commandments. Right?
The day that you can even comprehend anything.
Right.
You should be keeping the law, statutes, commandments. And your parents should be raising you up that way.
Right. Your parents should be raising you up that way. Right. Starting from a young age. Right? Read.
And the Most High shall fight for thee.
Right. And what?
The Most High shall fight for thee.
Man, you doing the will of the Most High will fight for you. Right? Just because you're down in life at times, it don't mean the Most High is not with you. Like I say, he could be testing you any second. You never know. The Most High's mind is not our mind. His is way above ours. If the Most High tells us something, believe in him. Right? The Most High is a man of his word. Right? So we have to be looking for this truth, seeking for this truth patiently till we die. That's what we have to be doing, right? Give me the book of Romans chapter 15, verse 4. Romans chapter 15, verse 4.
This is the book of Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written were written for our learning.
Right. So the things that was written aforetime in this book was written for our learning. Read.
That we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
Right. So that scripture is going to give us comfort. Right. Whenever you feel like you're losing patience, you could run to the scripture anytime. Right. Anytime you run to the scriptures. Right. Read.
Verse 5. Now the power of patience. What says the Most High slacking? Now the Most High of patience and consolation grant you to be like-minded, one toward another, according to Yahawashi.
Right. See, and that's one thing. Right? We're supposed to all be patient towards each other.
That's right.
We always have to be patient towards each other. The Yahawashi was patient toward us. Right? We have to be patient towards our people too. For those that's not even in the truth, that don't know what's going on, you have to be patient. Right? You have no choice. Think about it. You have no choice but to be patient in life.
That's right.
No choice. What you gonna do? Just lose patience and just go carry yourself? No, like that's going off right there. Right? You cannot hide from patience. Right? Just be patient.
So like your patience can also test you, or see if you're even worthy of something. That's how the Most High will work. For example, I actually brought it out to the officer not too long ago, but I was using a scenario, right, for a woman. And say you're a woman and you're waiting to be married, right? What is she gonna do if she's not patient? What's she gonna do if she's not patient? Try to muddle through every man that she sees, or is she gonna actually have that patience, have the fruits of the Spirit, and say, "All right, I'll wait. I'll wait for the man that I want to be married to." If you know that you have to wait for these things, you have to understand that with waiting, you have to endure. You have to endure. Sis. All these things are important. Every single last one of those fruits of the Spirit are important. And patience is key to a lot of things.
All right.
If you run out of patience, sometimes you may run out of your life. Don't let that go over your head now. There's a lot of Israel. If you run out of patience, sometimes that might be the end of your life right there. You're saying, I need to come up right now. I need to get this money. What did some of our people start doing? Start selling dope, selling weed. They lose their life on the streets. Why? Because they wanted that money right then and there. They lost patience. Even though you have a talent from the Most High, wait on the Most High. Wait on the Most High, and He'll give you what you need. He'll build you up. That talent will continue to grow within you. Don't lose patience. Keep things on the right path. What is the right path? The law, statutes, and commandments.
All right.
Being with your people, because at times they have the right connections. Right? But go ahead, Slaki.
If you think about it, right? Patience, man, even towards the end time, like I said, right? Because that's what I'm going to be going to. The end times, through the troubles, right? Whatever you're going through, whether you're in a good stage or a bad stage, whether you're rich or poor, whether you have money or not, right? Whether you think you're bigger than everybody or not, whether you're skinny or fat, it don't matter, right? Patience comes to everybody.
That's right.
Right? And I'm talking about within our people, by the way, right? Within the nation of Israel. Patience is something we need to strive for up to the end, right? Like we just read just now, right? Let me get the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 3. All right, we're finna start at verse 3.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 3. And he, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming?
Shalom, sis.
And of the end of the world. And Yahawashi answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you.
Right, so it's talking about the end times, right? Take heed that no man deceive you.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many.
Right, so we're going to see many false prophets in the end times, right? You know, and that's going to mess with a lot of people's patience, by the way. Right, finna be like, oh, he's finally back. Finally, man, I don't got to keep the commandments no more. He came here to send peace. We could all just do it. First of all, what people don't know is, right, especially Christians in general, right, we will still be keeping the law, statutes, and commandments in the kingdom of heaven.
That's right. It's prophecy.
They think these false Jesus come here like, dang, we good now. We don't got to keep the commandments. We all living in peace now.
Not even understanding that peace is exactly what caused our destruction.
Right.
Quote unquote peace. Integrating with these other nations.
Exactly.
Because what they start doing to us, continuing to keep us down. And I don't mean even like keeping us down from the Most High. I mean like keeping us down below them.
Right.
They're saying that they want peace with us, yet they spit on us. They stick dogs on us, called us out of our name, called us a no people. That's what they started doing. All they did was continue to tear us down. That's all they did. They took the name of Israel, made it no remembrance to us. We forgot who we were. This is why there is no togetherness with these other nations. It's always supposed to be separation, and that's how the Most High always was with our people.
Right.
He made us a separate people unto Him, separate from everybody else. All right, go ahead.
Right, if you think about it, there's a time where we all knew who we were. There's a time where we all knew who we were. Right, and guess what? Patience. We lost patience. That's right. We lost faith in the Most High. And now look where we are. We got our people preferring money, cars, guns, diamonds, golds, all that over salvation.
Bring it out.
Right?
Things that the carnal man thinks of.
Right.
All these things. Because why? They're come up in this world. He knows that if he has gold, diamonds, riches of this world, guess what he can do? He can live with anyone, any woman that he wants. And nowadays, living in Babylon, this man can live with any type of man that he wants, sadly. Right? And if a man that's straight rejects him, guess what he does? He demonizes him in the media. That's what you'll see. He'll demonize him in the media. He doesn't want to live with me because he says that I'm not a woman. What? You're not a woman. You're not a woman. With that being said, you have a sickness. You have a mental health disorder. And you're upset with him because he sees things how it is. That shows you how carnal and messed up this life is when you're living in the world, when you're living wickedly. And we have to endure through these times because it gets harder and harder for our people, seeing our people living like that. That's why we should be going harder in this truth. Oh, my bad, go ahead.
But think about it. Let me put it in a scenario, right? Think about it this way, right? Think about Yahawashi talking to people in the room or somebody, right? Yeah, so let's say Yahawashi or the Most High talking to a group of Israelites in a room, right? He's like, all right, look, right, whoever doesn't leave this room, get that everlasting salvation, right? Whoever stays in this house, get that everlasting salvation, right? Now you have Esau knocking on the door. Somebody answer it. Man, I'll give you some gold if you come out the door. And they're like,
That's a good analogy.
Man, yeah, let's just go. You know what? Yeah, I'll go get the gold. That's money right there. I could buy the money. Right? I could buy the money. I could go buy stuff with the money.
Bring it out.
Right? Y'all could stay in this room. Y'all could stay all board in here, right? But see, that's I'm putting in this scenario because it's gonna involve a lot of patience.
That's right.
Right? You just gotta wait. Right? That's what it involves. You have to wait.
So like add a timestamp to that too.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be in here for 5 years.
5 years.
5 years, 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who's gonna be patient enough to stay in there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who's gonna be patient enough to stay in there. Because the Most High already knows who's gonna stay in there. There's a group of people, it may be like 15 people in the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
He knows that he's only looking for about 2 or 3 people.
Right.
Think about that.
Right.
That's how it is with our nation of people. It's a large nation of people, but it's only a specific amount of people that the Most High is going to deliver out of here. Con. With that being said, we already see how things are playing out. A lot of our people are off and wicked and are going to probably stay that way. We still got to try to reach our people because we want to make sure that we get the blood off our hands.
Right.
We have to reach those people no matter what. But we know that we're ultimately trying to get those who actually want to change, want to listen, want to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and love our people. Right, go ahead.
Right. So yeah, that's that perfect scenario, man. Those who stay in this room, y'all get that everlasting salvation. Those 2 that stays get the everlasting salvation.
That's right. Everybody else, they wanted riches, fame, and gold. They all perished.
Right. That's fake towards the Most High. That's being fake towards the Most High, right?
That's right.
Like I said, the Most High could be testing us any second, right? He could give you the talent of singing, right? And then he'll have like a, what is it called? These producers come up to you, like, you know what, man, I'll give you millions of dollars. You know how to sing. What you trying to do? I'll give you millions of dollars, man. You could get rich and famous. You could have all the baddies.
That's what they'll say.
That's what they'll say to you. And guess what? They're gonna finesse you into joining them, right? But the Most High is like, the Most High is looking like, dang, shake my head, bro. Like, I gave him the talent to sing to see what he was gonna do, and this is what he do.
See, because those producers, they may look a certain way. They may present everything to be a certain way. But later on down the line, now you got to do things. Like, oh, you want to promote yourself? All right, you got to start wearing bras. All the people will love it. It's just a joke anyways. They'll slither in that. They'll slither those things in.
Man, you wear a bra, we're going to give you an extra $2 million.
Another $2 million.
Yeah, man, you could start the trend of wearing bras. Everybody going to be wearing it, and you're finna be known as the one that started it. You're the cool one.
Like, keep going on.
Right, that's how they gonna look at you. Like, man, you the cool one. You started it. Now you can start putting on heels, right? How you gonna look? Just imagine how famous, how lovable you're gonna be to the people, right? They love seeing stuff like this. It's funny to them, right? That's the type of things Esau would tell you, right? And that's how they get you out of your patience. They would hit you with things, right? That's how they get you out of this comfort zone of being patient. Right, you will see everybody partying while you keeping the Shabbat service. You're like, dang, bro, all my friends going out to go party. Right, I want to keep the Shabbat service, but I want to keep the Shabbat. But at the same time, everybody else, all my friends, they out there drinking.
That's right.
They out there, they turning up, and you're like, dang, you start losing patience. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been waiting too long for this. The Most High never came. I don't think he coming yet. Let me just go party. You know what? I'll go party this weekend and I'll come back to Shabbat next week.
Guess what?
Exactly. Guess what? Consistently start partying. Like, you know what? I'll go to Shabbat next week.
It's like not even that.
Party over and over. Right?
It takes that one time. You say you go partying, guess what? Now all your tires flat. All your tires flat, you done got a sprained ankle, a black eye. And the Most High is just showing you right there. All right, keep on with this. Keep on with this. I'm just showing you signs right now. Some might get it. Right then, like, yo, they'll come back to the truth, like, 2 weeks later. They're like, yo, I shouldn't have done what I was doing. The Most High spared me. He really did. Or the Most High could just ultimately take that person out. It goes one of 2 ways. If just depends on how the Most High is working.
Right.
He'll show that person mercy. He'll punish them, but show that person mercy by ultimately not taking their life, just for them to be a witness to everybody else, within our people, to say, yo, I know what y'all should not be doing. I went out for a little bit. And guess what? The Most High spared me, but he put me through some things. And when I came back, bro, I was strong in it ever since. Never messed up again. And then there are some that are not alive to this day. Why? Because they did that. The judgment of the Most High, you never know. This is why we have to fear the Most High.
Right.
You have to fear the Most High because you never know what'll happen.
Well, so where did you leave off at? Salakia.
I got Exodus chapter 23, verse 2.
Oh, yeah, get that.
Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to rest judgment.
Right. So you shouldn't be following the crowds, period. Right. You shouldn't be following what you see everybody else doing. Just because you see everybody else turning up and you're keeping the commandments, don't mean you go follow them. Right. Yeah. You have to have that patience in the Most High. Right. Man, if you feel like, man, look, if you feel like keeping the Shabbat is not fun, right, and you rather go drink some wine or whatever, and if you go ahead and do that, man, the Most High is going to deal with you, right? Because you're losing patience in the Most High, you're losing trust, faith, and confidence in the Most High.
That's right. And that's messed up.
That's messed up.
The scriptures say, Yahawashi would rather you be cold or hot. And scriptures also say it's better for you to not even have known this truth than for you to know this truth and then be a backslider, to fall out of this truth. That is not a good thing. Right. You have to get dealt with at that point because you lost faith and now you don't even believe in the words of the Most High concerning his punishments. You weren't truly fearing the Most High. That's why you went back into the world. That's why a lot of our people go back into the world. They weren't fearing the Most High. They weren't understanding the fear of the Most High or to fear the Most High. They're reading this. Their spirit wasn't even in it like that. They're like, oh man, the Most High does this, he does that. Oh man. But guess what happens? Overall, their fleshly desires trumps their fear of the Most High. That'll get taken out. All right, go ahead.
Let me get the book of Matthew again, chapter 24. And then wherever you left off, I think it was verse 3.
Yeah,
or somewhere, yeah,
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 3. And he sat, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? And Yahawashi answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Amen. That should be used as motivation.
That's right.
Right. That should boost your patience up. You start seeing wars. Right. Actually, keep on reading. I'll speak on that.
Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Right. So again, these should boost up your patience right there. All these things you see going on today, that should boost up your patience. Like, dang, time is near. Can't wait, man. You know, that's the type of that's a faith booster right there.
That's right.
That's a patience booster right there. Right. Look, man, seeing all these things go on, you're gonna pray on it. Or you're gonna be like, yeah, I can't wait I'm seeing these stuff happening. That's how I know the Most High is coming, man. You know, that's the type of patience and faith you're supposed to have.
It's like, because every day we're seeing these exact things going on. Russia talking about China and China talking about the United States. They're both talking about the United States, Ukraine being invaded, etc. All these war news. Then you have earthquakes in diverse places, like in Texas and Mexico, over in I believe it's on the right side of China. All these different places, man. All these different places. We're seeing earthquakes everywhere, and they're powerful earthquakes as well.
Powerful.
They're not just shaking the Richter scale. They're almost breaking it. That's how bad they are. All these things should be, like you said, faith boosters. Your patience should be like, all right, any moment now.
From 0 to 100 real quick.
Any moment now.
Right.
Got to keep enduring. Got to keep enduring. Got to keep enduring. All these things, once you're watching, once you're having that watchful eye, you will know not to fall out. You should know not to fall out. Because you know how close it is to the end now. You know how close it is to the end now. Don't let the ways of this world steer you out or toss you to and fro. You can't let it happen. Not this close to the end. Not this close to the end. But go ahead, Swak.
Right. Like we're this close, like I said. This close. Right? This close. Just wait it out. Be patient. Right? No matter what you're going through, the obstacles you're going through, you know, whether it's physically, mentally, you know, you always have to continue to strive to keep them commandments.
That's right.
Right? Be patient. Don't fall off. Right? But read.
Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
Mm-hmm.
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
Like I said, you see all this happening. If you see all that happening, right? Trust me, that should be a patience boost. You should be like, dang, Yahawah is around the corner, right? Read that's when you see prophecy come to pass, that should be a faith booster, right? Read
verse 10. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. So like both of these things going on heavily.
Right.
This is why there's so much hate within our people. This is why there's so much hate right now. Because these end times, these prophecies are coming to pass. And they've been coming to pass for a while now. This is how we know we're close to the end.
But if you think about it, right? Look how everything is now compared to 5-10 years ago. Just look at it. It's a whole different game.
That's right.
The game, everything just shifted. Like if you told like 10 years ago, if we told you that this was gonna be happening today, all about the face mask, the Rona, all these different things going on today, right? You see this Black Lives Matter movement, everything going on today, you're gonna be like, dang, that's a crazy year, man. You're gonna be like, dang, that's gonna be crazy.
It's like a lot of our people wouldn't even believe that sometimes.
Right, a lot of our people wouldn't believe it.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Man, get out of my face, man.
But that's how crazy, like this, everything, the momentum just shifted. Everything just shifted. Right? That should be a boost, a faith boost to you, a patience boost.
Calm.
Right? Continue to try to be patient. Right? We read.
Verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved.
Right. That's one right there. He that endures to the end shall be saved. Right. Till the end again. Right. You're gonna have that faith till the end.
That's right. You're
gonna believe, you're gonna keep the law, statutes, and commandments till the end. You're gonna get hit with many different obstacles, right? But you gotta keep on going. Be patient. Any second now. You just keep on going. Any second now. Any second now. Any second now. You just keep on going. Keep telling yourself that. Right? It could be, it could go on for 20 years. Just keep on, keep on going. Because if you believe and you have that faith in the Most High, you should also have that patience.
That's right.
Right? Now, let me get a book of Psalms, chapter 27, and in verse 14. Psalms 27, verse 14.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 27, and verse 14. Wait on the Most High. Be of good courage.
Right. So wait in the Most High. Right. And then what was the second part?
Be of good courage.
Be of good courage. Right. You have to. Well, that was the first one I just wanted. Right. Be patient for the Most High. We're waiting on the Most High. This is what we're doing. Right. We know, we understand this. Right? But we also have to be patient towards our own people.
That's right.
Right. Let me get Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. Ecclesiastes 7 and 8, right? Being patient towards our own people, right? Being patient to the Most High, and being patient with ourselves, right? Read.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof.
Right. Better is the end than the beginning. Right. You could start off good, but end bad. Right.
Or
the way
vice versa.
Right. Or vice versa, right? You always have to look. Consistency is also key, right?
That's right.
Patience, consistency, fruit of the spirits, all the fruit of the spirits, right? But however way you start off, make sure you start off strong, you better end strong. You start off believing in the Most High, keeping the commandments, continue to strive to keep the commandments.
That's
like
right.
I said, you're finna get hit with many different obstacles. You're finna be getting hit with many lies, right? False prophets. Religion, you're finna be hearing false doctrines, right? OT onlys, Negro onlys.
That's right.
You finna be getting hit with a whole bunch of things, right? But you just gotta have that strong faith and be patient in the Most High, right? Because that could be that's you getting tested at the end of the day, right? Seeing how strong your faith is, how strong your patience is, right? Read.
And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
The what?
And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
The patience in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. right? You could be patient. Literally, you could be patient. It's better than being prideful and proud in the spirit, right? And the being patient in the spirit could come with many different things, right? Whether it's in the end times, whether it's in a relationship, it's patience is key, right? When you go to school, think about it. When you go to school, you have to be patient to get that high school diploma.
That's right.
Right? You start in kindergarten. That's 12 years, right? 12 years. Just to get a high school diploma, just so you have to go to college to get another diploma. But that's not the point. I'm not even going to get into that, right? The point is you having to wait to get a high school diploma. That's patience, right? You having a baby, 9 months in the belly. That's patient. Right? You saving up to buy a house. That's being patient. You waiting to see another day in general is being patient. Right? So you have to be patient through that spirit. Whether you waiting on your wife, your future wife. A lot of us is waiting on that. You see a lot of Instagram posts. Man, I can't wait to see my future wife. I can't wait to see my future husband. That's patient. Man. See, that's what I'm saying. But patience is like everything. Patience comes with everything. Right? You have something to say?
I was going to say, if you look at school for a perfect example, like the brother just brought up, the officer, if you use how you were in school or that whole entire, all those years, when you look at all those years, look back on all those years, you were patient and didn't even realize it like that. This is why it's good to get our children, understanding who they are, coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments when they're young, because then their patience will grow when they get older. It'll grow and it'll continue to grow. They'll realize the importance of patience, because they'll be like, okay, I'm in kindergarten right now. A child can be really smart at a very young age, right? If you raise them up the right way. You'll be like, all right, I got to wait for all this long time. All right, I'm gonna enjoy this time, but I'm gonna also make sure I'm studying, doing everything I got to do. And when you look on the outskirts of school, right? When you just look at it from, the outside looking in, because, we're adults now. Now you see, look, you got to do work. You got to do a lot of work to get where? To that diploma. Same thing. And this truth, you got to do the work to do what? Ultimately get that end result. What's that end result? Literally the kingdom of heaven. That's what we're working towards. Same thing in school. When you look at that example, they go hand in hand. Look at that example and let that lead you. Let that guide you. Be like, okay, I know I had patience back then. Why can't I have patience in this truth now? Why can't I wait on the Most High to deliver our people? Of course, it's a tougher task, right? Because you understand that surely oppression makes the wise man mad. We understand that. But you have to have patience and faith in the Most High. Right. You have to have faith in the Most High. Having faith in the Most High is going to ultimately get you out of a lot of things. Because you remember his words, you remember how true they are, and you know that they never failed. Go ahead.
Think about high school dropouts, right? Think about, put that as an example, right? Salvation equals high school diploma, right? Let's just put it in that perspective, right? Salvation equals high school diploma, right? Say you're in kindergarten, right? We continue to do the work of the Most High to get that salvation, right? And the other end, for school, you continue to do your work to get that diploma.
That's right.
Right? Imagine dropping out now. You're going off now. Everybody else keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, but you drop out.
You know how many years you just wasted now?
Right. You just wasted your time. Not only that, your future gonna look bad. Your future gonna look terrible.
That's right.
In both ends, especially salvation, in the salvation one, right? You're doing the work of the Most High. You go off. Trust me, your future gonna look bad.
That's right.
Destruction is coming. Right. And the other end, for the high school diploma, knowing how Esau is, you basically can't do nothing without that diploma.
That's right.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do, but it's gonna be a harder path.
Take a lot longer.
Take harder. A lot longer.
And I bet you're gonna endure then.
Right.
Definitely going to endure then. Something that you should have known before that. This is why it's important to read the scriptures, man. Extremely important to read the scriptures.
Right. So, we have to continue to strive, continue. And you notice every time we say patience, we add faith, having faith also. Because these two are like twin brothers. Right? You're going to have that patience and you have faith because you believe in what's to come. So you're going to have that patience for it. You're going to be patient for it.
Exactly. That's right. Perfect example.
Perfect example, right? So we have to continue to strive to be, whether like I said, no matter what you're going through, right? No matter what you're going through, if you believe the Most High, if you believe in the Most High, you believe in the scriptures, right? If you say you believe in them, then you will continue to do what you have to do.
That's right.
Or you will continue to do the works of the Most High. And your patience, man, your patience will be a 10 out of 10. Your faith will be a 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no falling off. If I have my mind towards something and somebody trying to stop me, I have a lot of haters. So let's say, like a lot of our brothers, they want to become rappers, right? A lot of people are going to be hating on them, but they don't let that stop them, right? Just like us, we're going to get hit with many false doctrines, religion. We finna be getting hate, a whole bunch of different things. We finna be getting hit with obstacles. But what we do, we keep on striving, we keep on going.
That's right.
And we being patient. If I could be patient for school, man, trust me, I could be patient for this. If I could be patient for my future wife, whether I'm 30, 40 years old, 50, there's people 50 years old still waiting on a wife or a husband.
That's true.
That's a lot of patience. But you cannot be patient with the Most High. Right. You can't be patient with the Most High. You being impatient with the Most High is basically showing your loyalty towards the Most High. Because if you're falling off, you wasn't loyal to begin with.
That's simple.
That's simple. So patient, like I said, is key. Patience is key. You need patience in that faith in the end times. Right? Jacob trouble. Right? What we're going through right now. We need patience towards our people also. Because a lot of us is not in the truth. Right? A lot of them don't want to listen. We're rebellious. We don't want to read the scriptures. Whole bunch of different things is wrong with our people. But you have to be patient towards them. You can't give up. Right? You can't be like, you know what? I'm done teaching. I'm turning this off. You turn everything off and they're not going to listen to me. So I'm going to just do this on my own. No, you have to be patient towards your people also. Right? You have something to say before we go ahead and end this off? Con. So again, patience is key. From Most High willing, doing part 2 on patience, because patience is a lot of things to touch on. Again, I'd like to give all thanks, honor, and glory, and all praises to the Most High, Yahawashi. Till next time, Shalom, kings, princesses.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.